Chocolate decadence, one of my favourite little treats. And like you said, it's romantic chocolate, right?
That's right.
So I'm gonna make a really easy chocolate mousse. There's so many different ways of making a chocolate mousse. There is no wrong or right. This version, I'm basically making an Anglaise first. So like a custard, like a French custard. And I'm adding in some egg yolks and then caster sugar. And I'm just gonna whisk that till a sabayon stage. So it should double in volume, change colour, much lighter, much paler, and that's basically what we call a sabayon in pastry, and that's when you're then ready to add your milk and your other bits.
I feel like I'm going to walk away from today being a slightly higher level of pastry chef than what I was walking in.
I'm just going to throw a few French words at you, sound a bit fancy, you know.
We're going to turn this into a French show.
So you can see how the colour's changed, like I was telling you. It's gone much paler. You can stop whisking, just about holds the peak. I'm going to get you to add in that vanilla now.
It's lovely and thick.
Yeah, that's what you want. And then as you're adding those wet ingredients, it will hold and it will just get really nice and creamy. So you're just going to slowly pour in the milk.
Okay.
Just a little bit at a time, let it absorb, and then we'll keep adding it in, and then we'll keep whisking until it starts to thicken. And obviously, guys, this is the classic way of doing it. You could also do it in a blender at home, which has the ability to heat.
Yeah,
you know, they're quite popular in Australia.
Yep.
And you set it to like 75 degrees, and then forget about it, basically, until it gets to the right sort of consistency. But I like the old school way. So you can see it's nicely thickened. It's a little bit of foam on the top, but that's okay, because I actually want that air for the mousse. And we're just gonna let that melt through. You don't want it to be like piping hot. You almost want the chocolate and the Anglaise to be around, if you're using a probe, around 40-ish degrees, around 45 degrees by the time it's finished.
And what if you're not using a probe?
You're not using a probe, doesn't
What's
matter.
your gauge?
Just let the chocolate melt. Once it melts, we're just going to cool it down slightly, and then we can finish it.
Okay. And what sort of chocolate is it? 70%, 80%?
Yeah, this is a 70%.
Nice.
70% dark.
So there's about 200 grams of chocolate in here.
Yeah, exactly 200
There's 2
for this
blocks
amount
here.
of Anglaise.
Okay. How frequently would you make this at home? Is this special occasion food for you? Or
It is.
Request?
This is a bit of a treat, do you know what I mean? Like with the Anglaise, it's a treat dessert.
Yeah.
But I love it because I do make Anglaise. My kids love custard. So I always usually have some Anglaise in the fridge. So when you're using it, I just use it up, you know? I just melt some chocolate through it, and then I've got a completely different dessert to give them one night.
Oh, that's cool.
Or to be fair, it's usually when they go to bed and it's me and the missus.
There you go, and there's the romance.
Yeah!
You said it was about romance. Now, this is quite a dark chocolate, so it's got those beautiful antioxidants in it. But if you were to use a milk chocolate, it might get too sweet.
Yeah. The darker, the more bitter, the better, you know, because you've already got the sweetness in the Anglaise, so you want the chocolate to offset that.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
and we're going to finish this with just salt and olive oil. So, you know, you don't want it to be overly sweet. This is quite a luxurious sort of dessert.
Yeah, I hadn't
rather than
thought
a
about
sweet
the
one.
salt and the olive oil.
Yeah. So we're just going to chill this down just so that it gets to that sort of beautiful mousse sort of consistency. You can see it's quite saucy at the moment. So we're just going to set it, and then I'm going to come back and serve it up. Out the fridge. I've only set that for about five minutes or so, maybe a little bit over 5 minutes. You just want to take the edge off, because obviously if you leave it in there for too long, it will just set completely. So now, I'm just going to do a really light chefy washer.
I do love watching you plate dishes. It's really fun.
It's my happy place.
Well, it's pretty special because as everyday cooks, or if you're a nutritionist and you're a chef, it's not what you learn. So when you do have a chance to be around someone who takes such pride in plating, it's really lovely.
Thank you, Jack.
My pleasure.
A little bit of salt. Can you pass me a tablespoon, please? And then we're just going to go a little bit of olive oil.
A really surprising element of this mousse, the extra virgin olive oil.
Do you know what? Olive oil, salt and chocolate, one of my favourite combinations.
It's good.
It's so good, so good. That simple. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
Sea salt, chocolate, olive oil. The Anglaise gives it all the love.
Yeah. I'm ready to try.
I can see.
Yeah.
Get stuck in.
I don't want to ruin it. A little bit of the extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah. I thought the olive oil would make you happy, Jack.
It does. All those antioxidants. I love that.
Is it good?
Oh, I love the way it all coats your mouth. It's silky and creamy. It's like gold in your mouth.
It's decadent.
Sure is.
It's silky. It's luxurious.
It is.
It's a treat, a real treat. Chocolate, olive oil, sea salt.
A must try.